Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? Brother Nashi, if I ever hear people talking in Xhosa, especially if they are women, I would rather be hit by a car crossing the road whilst I am running from those Xhosa women. I will never go close to a Xhosa speaking woman ever again in my entire life. To even think that I had to divorce my wife back home in Zim, thinking that she was my future. And one thing about Xhosa women, they are so sweet, they are so nice. What this South African lady used to do to me, you cannot blame me. I was like a madman whenever she was lying on top of me. This is what she used to do. After she would have gotten on top of me, she will start to romance me, and she always had these long nails that were so beautiful, and she will be pinching me on my chest just a little bit, and she'll be like, hey daddy, don't you want to be a South African? And she'll be looking at me directly into my eyes with this romantic voice. What was I supposed to do in that situation? I had to give up, and I had to forget about my wife because I thought that South Africa was my future, but this woman, she was just scamming me. I lost my car that I had bought. It was as good as new. That Nissan Micra, it once belonged to this other white man who was taking really good care of that car. He sold it off to this other Zimbabwean guy. So the Zimbabwean guy, he was unable to renew it, and then he sold it to me because he had no connections at the traffic department. Since he did not have a permit, he was unable to renew that car. So I then bought the car. It was still in very good condition. I wanted to use this car for Uber so that I can make money, but I donated this vehicle to this South African woman because she told me that she was going to help me to get a real ID, but it was just a promise, and it was a fake ID promise. This happened in the year 2016. Life was very rough. I can say that from the time when I came to South Africa, life was very rough. I came to South Africa in the year 2013. That was when I was in South Africa doing piece jobs, hustling, dodging police every time when I would come across them. And the disadvantage that I had was that I was working in the estates, so each and every time that I would check in, they would want a real South African ID, or they would want a driver's license that was South African issued, and I did not have any of that. So I was losing out on some of my customers, and I knew that if I was going to get an ID, then boom, my life was going to be sorted. I could work freely in South Africa, even get an RDP and marry my beautiful Xhosa woman. And this was what I had in mind. I had met this woman in 2013 and we started dating. So this woman, we continued where we had left off in the year 2016 when she scammed me of my car. So this woman, she was very beautiful, and she told me that she had so many connections at Home Affairs. She even had a cousin that was working there. And the day when I finally gave in, we were sleeping in bed after I had finished making love to this woman. So one thing that is different between our women from Zim and these South African women, the flexibility. That is why I divorced my wife in the first place. You see, our woman, even if you are doing doggy with him, she does not want to give it all to you. You know, when it is a South African woman, you can even bend her into two, and you will be, if it is a South African, she will fold herself so that you can enjoy the back view. So in that situation, what else are you going to do? You will forget about your woman that is not so flexible. on that day after we had made love, when she had showed me all the several ways that she is so flexible, she came on top of me and she looked me dead in the eye and said, Baba, do you want an ID? You know I have connections. My cousins, they work at Home Affairs. Just like that, my heart started beating so fast, and I knew that this was it. The way that she was looking at me, I knew that this woman, she wanted me. She said that it was not going to come cheap. I was supposed to give her something, and me, being the fool that I was, since I had recently bought this Nissan Micra from that Zim guy who was unable to license it, and this car, to tell you the truth, it was my pride, it was my everything. I then said, okay, it is fine. We then went to the traffic department and we changed the car and we put it in her name. And she said that within 3 weeks, this was said when we were leaving the traffic department, she even hugged me and said, within 3 weeks, you are going to be a South African. 3 weeks came, nothing. 1 month came, nothing. 2 months came, nothing. And now she was always unavailable. Every time when I would phone her, she would answer me so loudly as if she was busy, like with someone, and she'll be like, "I relax, your ID is coming. The printer at the Home Affairs, they just texted me, it is broken." Another time she said, "There is a backlog because of local elections. Do not worry, you are going to get your ID." I kept on believing her. One day I said, no, there is something that is sketchy here. Let me go and see her. Why she does not want to see me anymore? I went to her flat to look for her. Guess what? She was gone and she had disappeared. I could not find her. She had returned back to Eastern Cape. When I spoke with the landlord said, that one, your girl, she left last week. She was with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend came and picked her up. Oh, he picked her up with what? What kind of a car? It was a Nissan Red Micra. I almost fainted on the spot. So another man was now driving my car. I did not even know what to do. You can imagine the humiliation. Some of your friends asking you, where is your car these days? And then I came up with a plan and I said, you see these Nissan Micras, they are junk. I sold it off because I saw that it was giving me a lot of problems. And what did you do with the money? I sent the money back home. What really hurts me is that during lockdown, my wife, she got married. I even saw her pictures on Facebook. That was the most painful thing that has ever happened to me. I even tried to force her to divorce her husband. I even tried to force her husband to divorce my wife because I felt so much pain. I had felt here in South Africa. This gives me a lot of pain in my heart. But can you blame me with the way these South African women are so flexible? You can forget about yourself. You can forget why you are here in South Africa in the first place. It is now 2025, almost 9 years later. No ID. My car was gone like that. And each and every time when I hear someone saying Home Affairs, I feel like crying. The lesson that I learned is that never trust a beautiful Xhosa woman. Never trust him. To this very day, you can say it loud and clear. If I hear Xhosa women speaking, I would rather be hit by a car whilst I am running away from them, because that woman, what she did to me, you can never understand. And she hurt me so bad, so much that I can't even forgive her. And if there is anyone who knows of a powerful traditional healer, because this game is not over, I want to revenge this woman. Hence, I am looking for a very powerful traditional healer, one who can assist me with some powerful charms so that this woman can pay because of what she did to me. This is my own story. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Let us try to speak with him in the comment section. And do not forget as well to download our app on the Play Store if you are using Android, and you can listen to another episode